fantastic find for this team, Shaq.
Yeah, a lot of people expect Tstashe to be eased into action.
The New Orleans riverfront gleaming brightly along the Mississippi here tonight. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on two. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at Orlando. Right now they're in 7th in the conference, looking to build on their record.
And when I look at Orlando, if the season were to end today, they'd find themselves right in the playoff hunt. That's some serious progress for a team that struggled so much of last year.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair. Cook out there with Che. And it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Pelicans, Williamson out there with Wagner. Then it's Ingram. And it's Evans in at the point guard. Looking at the schedule, Doris, about halfway through the season, some teams that started out very hot and were winning like crazy have now come back to earth. They've cooled a bit. They've leveled out.
I think inevitably over the course of an 82-game season, NBA players will tell you there are always ups and downs and waves of success and then the tough moments. And the best teams seem to be able to weather all of that. Not get too high when they're playing well, not get too low if they're in the middle of a slump.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I briefly spoke with Lloyd Pierce, and it's all about pace tonight. He said, we're fast, we know it, and we're going to make sure they know it too. Those are pretty bold words, Kevin. We'll see if they can deliver.
Thank you, David.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
Small. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Basket counts.
You know, you get the sense this guy, the 4 years of college ball helped. He plays at his pace, and he does it with such calm.
It's Williamson, top of the key. The putback, it's hauled in by the Magic. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Right side, Gordon. And the pass to Cook. Inside, Evans with the steal. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. New Orleans with a fresh shot clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And looking at the numbers this season, they're shooting a robust 82% from the line. That's about as good as it gets.
And he makes both free throws. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Shea passes to Gordon. Orlando moving the ball around. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, we've seen that a time or two for Mr. Deandre Jordan. Nice, easy finish with that dunk.
The Pelicans have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Evans dishes to Ingram. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Gordon with the defensive effort.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
To me, Aaron Gordon has all the tools you'd want from a player on the rise. Very good establishing chemistry with his teammates, and all the necessary attributes are there to take a big jump.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
And it's tied up with that one.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Ingram with it. Now guarded by Jay. And it's Ingram missing.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Harris passes to Che. A miss that time would have put him up.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the
the power on that throwdown.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Now here's Gordon. Pass to Cook. And here's Gordon. Kicks to Cook. to the paint. Just 5 to shoot. Shea passes to Cook. Back to Shea. Stolen by Evans. Ingram attacking. And slam dunk by Ingram.
You really got to give props to Ingram for aggressively attacking the rim. Not many guys want to get in his path.
Shea passes to Jordan. That's tipped. Ingram outside. Pass to Wagner. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Jordan.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, what you love about Aaron Gordon, he's got strength, athleticism, and a high motor. This guy can make tough shots.
Orlando shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
That free throw good from Gordon. Last outing for the New Orleans Pelicans. It was a loss to the Celtics in Boston.
Well, Deandre Jordan remains one of the best rebounders in the NBA. His ability to dominate the glass and get you extra possessions, just a thing of beauty.
Shea kicks to Cook. Back to Shea. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Oh, that's blocked.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
Pelicans leading by 3. And with Deandre Jordan, the rebounding is as strong as ever, Doris. But what about the rim protection?
Well, I think obviously Deandre's block totals aren't what they used to be when he was turning away 2 shots a game. But there's more to defense than just blocking shots. And Jordan remains a plus defender.
Now here's Jordan. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Ingram outside. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Magic. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And this game will be half of the contest they'll play against each other this year.
It's an interesting matchup. 2 teams that don't know each other all that well. Separate conferences. We'll see which one can dictate the pace early.
Now Shea, after Zion Williamson missed from long range.
I'll tell you, around the basket, Shea has got such a good nose for putting it in the bucket.
Evans feeling it out a bit. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists in the game. The Magic trail by 6. Shea dishes to Jordan. Right side, Gordon. He kicks to Cook. Pass to Shea. Back to Cook. Clock at 4. He dishes it to Shea. That's tipped, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. New Orleans leading by 6. Williamson, the pass to Ingram. Shot from 12, and that one hits back iron.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Bucket is good.
Well, I love the concentration. Simply stated, when Aaron Gordon is this locked in, he is very difficult to deal with.
Here's Evans, following the score by Aaron Gordon. Evans passes to Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And how much fun is it to watch?
Platoon swap here for New Orleans. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Harris dishes to Tstashe. To the middle. Here's Jordan. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
So on the floor for Orlando, we've got Cook, who's out there with Jay. Harris is out there with Jordan. And it's Cage in at the power forward position.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
And Lamb kicks to Ingram. Back to Lamb. Fires the three. That shot is off. So Orlando will take it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Mavericks lit up the floor. He tallied 25 points and seemed to pick apart the defense all night with a ton of assists. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, D.A. Greg, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
And, Greg, let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
And it's the Magic with the ball after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. Shea passes to Cook. Good, and the assist goes to Shea. Cook's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And a wide open look for Lamb. Shea grabs the miss.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Ingram outside. The 8-footer. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Jordan. Shea left side. The dish to Cook. Shea outside. Harris outside. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And the Pelicans miss again.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Hsu, and the layup's good off the glass. Shea's got his second basket of the game.
Well, getting buckets on the drive, such a valuable skill. Shea, that will open up his perimeter game.
Lamb with the ball. Shea's there. Lamb, good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Of course, you and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on. And so here's Orlando. Following the score by New Orleans, Jordan kicks to Tstashe. Ingram with the steal. And Ingram with a clear path to the basket. Plays it in off the breakaway. Now it's a 5-point Pelican lead.
And how about the huge wingspan of Ingram, really causing the opposition a number of problems.
Here's Tstashe, and he gets it to go. Tstashe's got 4 points this quarter.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Yeah, and you can see the defense broke down there. Allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
For the New Orleans Pelicans, their last game a loss to Boston.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Well, frankly, Greg, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
And it's Evans missing.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Down low. Cage passes to Jordan. Tstashe up top, covered by Evans. 5 to shoot. Tstashe kicks to Cook. And the 3 off target. Here's Roberts. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Roberts got the lead up to 7 now for New Orleans. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Evans. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Evans. To the inside. And Ingram the bucket on the assist by Evans. 15 points for Brandon Ingram.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And no doubt coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a
Evans outside. There's the 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
You see, I want more of this from Aaron Gordon. He's got the physical attributes to be an excellent defensive player. When you contest shots like that.
And so it's New Orleans. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
They've got Evans. Williamson out there with Wagner. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Smalls in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce.
Intelligent at realizing when to pull that mid-range jumper. Ingram is starting to figure it out offensively.
Now the pass to Tstashe. On the wing, Harris. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. It's tipped. Passes to Smalls. Rebound by the Magic. Harris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Shea kicks to Cook. Orlando moving the ball around. Shea passes to Jordan. Clock at 6. Now here's Gordon. Here's Cook. Knocked away.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Shea left side. Gordon kicks to Harris. On the wing, Shea. A putback, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got 6.
After an ugly 0 for 4 to start the half, they get one to fall.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And the foul called on Shea. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Evans. 9 points in the game so far. And Evans throws it down.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
From deep. Sinks the three-pointer. 10 points for him.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Pass to Shea. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Evans. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
He'll have a spot in the contest if he can hang out of the number 4 spot in the voting. And with his skills, you know he'll have a shot to win it if he can make it in.
He's going to have a great shot. And Kevin, he's going to give it everything he's got if he can make it into the contest. I bet his dunks have some serious thought being put into them.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Releases from 15.
I think people were unaware of the kind of defensive performer Shea could be. Absolutely stifling.
It's stolen. Here's Evans. 11 points in the game. It's Williamson, top of the key. Dishes to Ingram. Count that bucket. Ingram's got 21 in the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scores, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impressed you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
And as people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Sue. Here's Cage. And there's the bucket. Stand with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. 8 points for him.
Well, just it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
And so they foul intentionally. Here's Lamb. Great D that time from Tstashe.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
The pass to Cage. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For Orlando, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now, but when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
Second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there.
Oh, he sure is. I mean, these past 2 games, his energy level has been sensational. Whether it's a putback like that or other hustle plays, he's been everywhere. I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Harris passes to Tstashe. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, what a motor. Scouts questioned Tstashe's desire in college. No more.
For Orlando, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. New Orleans making a switch here. Harris is checked in, and a switch here also for Orlando. Hicks. And the foul called on Tstashe. That's his 5th foul. Now Ingram. He has 30. Pass to Okogie. Williamson with it. New Orleans moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Okogie. Tries again, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Such infectious energy. When Zion goes after rebounds, he gives his all. That guy is an attacker on the glass.
The Magic trail by 14. And here's Hickson. He has 6. Tstashe dishes to Warwick. Lets the 3 fly. Good, and the assist goes to Tstashe. Warwick's got 5.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Ingram kicks to Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
And the offensive skill set Williamson has off the charts. And the scary thing is, guys, he's only going to keep getting better.
Warwick the pass to Tstashe. Out to the wing. Inside, McLeod. And it's blocked. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. Here's Sue.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Here's Okogie. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Magic trail by 13. Passes it to Cage. And stolen by Williamson. And the foul called on Tstashe.
And guys, This is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the chart.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're behind by 8. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Zion Williamson.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.